How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and that's right, it's time for more Minecraft. Oh yeah, last time we worked on this big cube. This thing is pretty impressive, and although I haven't really had much of a chance to kind of just sit here and, you know, work on getting mob drops, it's still gonna be a great way to get a whole bunch of them. I'm very confident in that. So today, I actually don't want to work on this place. Like, I feel like I've put in a lot of work, got some pretty useful resources, like all this gunpowder will be handy for things, the arrows are always nice to have, even the string. I mean, there's some good stuff here, like, for sure. Even the rotten flesh, we can use that for trading, so definitely glad to have all this stuff just able to be generated basically whenever I need, which is wonderful. But today, I feel like working back over at the base. So let me go ahead and make my way over there, and I'll show you the project I got in mind for the day. All right, so I am back at the house and did a little bit of sorting, a few items here and there. Put all my mob drops in a single chest here. So today, I really want to work on the basement. I think it's time, guys. I think it's time. So my plan was to have stairs over here going down, right? But why do it that way when I could have it be concealed, or at least kind of cool looking? So I was playing around in a backup of this world, just to kind of see, okay, is it possible to do what I want? And yeah, I think it will be. So I'm gonna build a nice little redstone staircase that'll pop up down below here. We'll go over and press a button, or maybe do some kind of activation, and then that'll kind of, I don't know, reveal a hidden staircase that'll take me down to the basement. And I think that'll be a great place to put storage and stuff. But I want it to be functionable with a button, or basically you press the button and then that triggers it to activate, and then it doesn't just go away after the button. It'll use something called a monostable circuit. Yeah, sounds fancy, right? Well, anyway, I'm gonna get to work on this, but I think the best way to get to it is actually to dig out this whole area around here. So I'm gonna work on that. I'll also work on clearing out the basement area, just so we have that kind of going. It's gonna take a while, but you know what? That's fine. I'll get to it, and I will get back in once this whole kind of area beneath here is cleared out. Also, I'm gonna need to do something, because I'm gonna need pistons right here, I believe. These two blocks here, I believe I have to replace with pistons. So yeah, that's gonna be a little unfortunate, but it's fine. I'll figure something out for that. All right, anyway. Didn't knock, sorry. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna get to work. I'll see you guys when I'm done. Alrighty, so I've gone ahead and cleared out the basement here. I have a temporary ladder set up, but yeah, you can kind of see this whole area is cleared out. I don't know if I'm gonna need all this room or not, but the redstone circuitry will just be able to be placed a lot easier if I have it all cleared out rather than like digging in and stuff. I think this will go well. So what I'm going to need to do, these blocks here, actually, these are going to be pushed by some sticky pistons. I have a whole bunch of sticky pistons, and those are going to be very important. Well, I have 12. I don't actually know how many I'm going to need, but I have slime balls, so if I need more, that's just fine. You know what? I just got done putting away all of my dirt, and I just realized I would like to have some just to jump up with, because when I built this in creative, I didn't really, you know, just dig out the entire hole. I just kind of dug out what was necessary, and it was a bit of a pain. But yeah, again, this is all in survival right now, so I have to give it a little bit more thought. So this is where the shower is, and I have to do something about that. Basically, I'm gonna have a row of pistons facing this way on each side, and they're gonna have these birch planks here. So let's actually get those ready. All right, so let's hop up here. So yeah, this whole row here is going to be sticky pistons. Actually, I think this one. Yeah, I think it's these 4, if I'm not mistaken. That block here is safe. We don't need that. Okay, so Gonna have to get rid of that. Now, I am gonna have to end up getting rid of some of these blocks in the kitchen, so I have to double check and make sure it doesn't look too weird, you know? That'd be bad. Let me actually grab these. I'm a little short on wood at the moment, so I'm gonna have to go farm some more. But yeah, all right, let's get this set up. Oh, is that a block of coal? I really don't want to miss out on that. All right. So, let's put 4 of these bad boys right here. And by default, they're going to be on, although this doesn't really matter for the moment. Okay, so I have to get rid of that water. I have to turn off the shower. We have to stop being wasteful, guys. It's just a little too much at the moment. I'm just gonna turn it off altogether. Okay, there we go. Ew, my shower's dirty! All right, anyway. Yeah, because otherwise water is gonna be flowing down there. Now, I could do something about that. It's not really a problem. But, yeah, we have to get rid of this block and this block and this block. And, oh, we didn't need to get rid of that block. Well, it's fine. It was just a mistake. It happens all the time. Okay, so let's see. Again, we got to think about this. Oh, I guess I can start putting these blocks here. I don't need this sword right now. Okay, so boom, 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 boom. And then right here, we're actually going to have this be just fine. Like, that's not going to go down at all. So that can be like that. Now, these are going to extend a little bit. In fact, if I had a crafting table, let me actually just go grab one really fast. Or I guess I could take this. Well, it's fine. Let's just get a redstone block just for testing if we need to see what something looks like activated. So if we give this any sort of signal, of course this will extend. And then if we remove the signal, well, yep, it's going back. So we need to have this signal toggleable. And I know just the way to do that. Although it's going to be a little bit more interesting than just normal. Because, remember I was saying that monostable circuit thing earlier? Yeah, we're gonna throw one of those in, which will basically let us press a button to do that. But first I have to work on the circuitry. Not circuitry, that's a Pokemon. No, the circuitry, okay? So, basically I need to get some pistons here and some pistons over there. Then we need to have pistons going down the stairs, and then we actually work on the circuitry. So, let's get rid of this. And that one's fine, so we can get rid of... Oh, I guess I have to get rid of this ladder, don't I? Yeah, alright, I'll find another spot for you, sorry. I'll probably put it, like, over here or something. I just wanted a way to get out relatively easily. Okay, so we need piston, 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 piston. There we go. And then these are all going to be birch planks. I guess I can set that one back there. And yeah, so I'm going to need to run some redstone wire down beneath in order to get that. But I'm also going to have stairs coming down here. So I just realized I need a lot more sticky pistons. So let me just kind of take a moment and get like a new ladder set up and get some more materials and sort some of this stuff away. And I'll see you guys in just a moment. Okay, so to kind of get started with this, let's just see what it will look like when it is active. Like, this is what I want it to look like right here. So stairs going down. This will be actually flat, so I definitely came down one layer too many. So yeah, the floor will probably be right here. I might have it go down just a step once I get down to the bottom here. But in a nutshell, we want the stairs to be like this. So then you can just kind of walk down. And then it'll be hidden. So the way I'm going to want to do this, these stairs here, they are going to need to be activated by a piston. So yeah, what we're going to need to do, we're going to need to go down here. And we're going to need to put a sticky piston. Actually, we're going to need it one further down, I believe. So we can put that there. And then that there. And when it receives power, let's just take that redstone block for a moment here. It will then extend upwards. And it'll be where I need it to be. You know what? This is actually kind of a pain right now. Where's my dirt? I definitely dug down a level too deep, but it's fine. I might need it for circuitry and stuff. Okay, so let's take that down. And as you can see, it goes right back in here. Okay, cool. So we'll just kind of repeat that process of setting these pistons up. We're not really going to be powering them at the moment, but just rather placing them instead. So I need them to all be kind of at a different level here. So it should all go down one like that. Okay, and then this one, we can bring that down here. And then just set that there. And this one as well. Actually, so if that's extended, my question is, do I even need it? Yeah, I think I do need it still. It's just gonna look a little weird when it's in here, right? Actually, it'll be fine. Okay, so we have all the pistons set up where they need to be. We have those pistons there. I guess I did make a few too many pistons, because I think this is actually all I will need. Should be. So next, I actually have to generate the mechanism that's gonna activate these things whenever I need them. Oh, actually, yeah, you know what? I think we're gonna need to invert the signal here. This will be fine down here. Right? Should be. Oh, you know what? I'm almost wondering if I even want that up there. I feel like that is not how it needs to be. I think I can go down one level further when they're activated. All right, well, let's just kind of work on some circuitry. So one thing I really recommend doing when you're working on redstone is use different blocks to kind of distinguish different lines. We're going to need a button, okay? And I think it'll be out of dark oak. Actually, maybe spruce would be good. Well, whatever the case, we're going to need a button. In fact, we need 2 buttons. So let's go ahead and make these for right now. And these are going to be what will actually generate the signal. So we need this. When I press this button, it's going to need to trigger some redstone that will then activate this whole stair system. I know, how is it going to do that, right? Well, we can actually do that over here. Let me get some dirt. This was definitely interesting to play around with. All right, so what we need to do, this bush back here, okay? We have to get rid of it, unfortunately, but there is a redstone torch that we can place there. Now, this is the opposite side of the button. So I guess to visualize it, let's go down here and just kind of show you what happens. So if we have a button and a redstone torch, when we press the button, it actually deactivates the redstone torch on the other side. That's what we're going to want to be doing over there, except we're going to be transmitting the signal downwards. So we can't, you know, exactly just run redstone dust over to this, just all willy-nilly now. No, we actually have to send the signal downstairs. So the button is going to deactivate that torch, and it will actually flip the output of another torch. Let's see. We're not really going to see anything just yet. This is going to be a little bit of a difficult thing to figure out for just the moment, but that's why I kind of wanted to clear everything out. We also don't need this dirt here anymore. This is just for scaffolding. So I'll tell you what, let me go ahead and get this kind of hooked up, and I will bounce back in just a moment, and we'll kind of see what I'm talking about here and how it will help. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Oh, I'm going to use this stuff for that. Or no, actually, no. This is what I was trying to say before I get confused. We're going to use diorite for that signal, because instead of actually having just the button do that, that'll be way too short. We don't need this to just activate for half a second here. I want it so when you press the button, it'll stay activated. So in order to do that, we need 2 separate lines, and we also need a line down here. So the white blocks, they're going to be what'll actually carry the activation signal, either from upstairs or from downstairs. It'll cause the same effect when we press a button in either location. It'll use that monostable circuit thing that I'll show you guys in a second. But I need it so that's going to be on a separate line. Then we actually have the data line, I guess. So this is what is actually going to be carrying the signal. Now, originally I was having it so the redstone was just kind of nearby, but I think I actually want to have repeaters go into each of these and then space it out a little bit. And the reason is I can give it just the proper timings that I need so they can actually all drop down at slightly different times. I think it would be a cool looking effect, but it also gives me a little bit of freedom elsewhere. So we need some repeaters. I think we need one down here, right? Yes, we do. These are all going to have redstone signals, so what we're probably gonna do, probably gonna have to go down like this with the redstone. Let's go ahead and grab that. I don't think I need the shovel right now. So this is also another cool thing is it'll kind of catch the input. I don't have to worry about this activating on other ones. It just stays over here, which we will need. We will definitely need that. And I'm going to need to extend the signal too, because wrapping this white wire, the diorite around this stuff, it's going to be a little tricky, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, I'm going to work on that. Hopefully I will have a working demonstration to show you what the heck I'm talking about here in just a moment, and then maybe it'll make a little bit more sense. Okay, so I ran into a little bit of a snag. Now, I ended up redoing this a little bit because I was thinking about it. I need to actually power these blocks, and with this redstone dust here, it's not going to work. They don't just run into it. So basically, in a nutshell, the input will be coming from here. I just put 2 repeaters powering these blocks right here. These are the first set of stairs, and then I have it kind of running along here, and then boom, repeater, boom, repeater, boom, repeater. So yeah, that's kind of how that goes. Now also, what will end up happening is the signal. I needed to actually test it over here. It's like, this will work, right? This will power the piston up there, correct? Wait, do I? Oh, this is... something's different. I think I need to actually invert this signal over here or something, because like they're kind of conflicting. This one is pushing a block into that one, it's kind of breaking it. So yeah, I'll have to figure out what I was doing with that. I think it might just be a timing issue. I think if I set a repeater over here, this isn't going to be dirt. I just needed to test it out. But if I did something like this, then theoretically that would work. Okay, so that's pushing something. See, they're both attached to that block. That's where it's going to get a little weird. I guess I could probably use a lever for testing right now, huh? Alright, this is going to be a little interesting. So we need... oh, how did this block get here? Yeah, something's definitely happening. You know, maybe I didn't have a block here. I'm thinking that's the case. Theoretically, it should be fine as long as they are timed differently. But I think maybe I didn't have this, the sticky piston here. So you just kind of come up here and then jump. That sounds right. Actually, you know what? I bet you that's what it is. In my test, I don't think I had these ones here. Well, let's see if I can make it work. I might have some fun with this, but that's definitely throwing a wrench in things. But that's also part of what makes Redstone fun, is trying to figure out all these things. I think I am just going to make a lever. I'm not going to make a lever. I don't have... let me just break this. And there, now I have some stone, and I need a stick. Yeah, good to have testing materials for this. Okay, so we need this one to go at a different time. Well, timing doesn't really matter right now. Like, we can just leave that as a variable for the moment, this one right here. In fact, what I can do for the moment, I think I can just remove this, and then we don't have to worry about it. Like, that block will not appear when we need it to. Like, once it gets power, it's just going to be like, oh, okay, I guess that's all right, and not do anything. But we'll fix it later. I think it's just a matter of timing it out right. Okay, so let's get this side. This is kind of what I wanted to show you. So we're going to take this granite, because this is going to be the, actually, you know, what's powered. And I guess I should probably have this actually going over here, because it is all on the same line. And then we basically just need to get some blocks over there. So we'll do this. I think it needs to be too wide, actually, because we need to have the dust go into the repeater like that. Okay, so it's no problem. We'll just have this come over here. And then this is going to require a little bit of dirt. Just a little bit of, you know, sneaking around, but it's fine. Okay, so just like this, we're going to leave this one blank for the moment, but it will eventually have a repeater. We just need to figure out the timing of it. And then we'll just have all of this go along here. Great. So now when we give this signal it should all activate except for the one blocks. There we go. Yeah, that did it, right? Yo, I think it did. All right, let's test it out. So we can actually bring this over here, I believe, right now. And we'll see it. Whoa. Not getting enough power here. So we need to have a repeater. That shouldn't be a problem, though, in the actual design, because, again, we're having the signal way too far away. We could amplify it with repeaters, but it also won't really matter, because if it were back here, since it goes 15 blocks away, shouldn't be a problem at all. What did I pick up? It's kind of weird. Okay, yeah, it looks like it works just fine here. Yeah, we definitely have to figure out what to do up there. But this is fine. It's good to play around. I kind of like the challenge. I might end up switching it back to what I had in the creative test world just to see, because I'm not entirely sure if I like this or not. All right, still working on this wiring, but you know what? I wanted to start working on the activation method. So for right now, I have a lever just to test it out, but this white line, the diorite here, this is going to be used for the toggle. So I'm gonna have another mechanism go over this way, because we need a button to press downstairs. We can't be trapped downstairs, obviously. But for right now, let's just kind of take a look at what's going on up here. This is gonna look a little confusing. It's like, wait, what is going on here? So let's see if I can explain it the best I can. So up here, gotta actually jump with this dirt. So yeah, here's the lever. Now imagine this is a button, okay? I just kind of want to make sure that the signal would work. So when this is active, because this block is powered, it will actually invert the signal of the redstone torch. So this is now off, meaning this is off here. But notice how there's a redstone torch on the side of this diorite block right down there. If we do this and remove the signal, well, now that one doesn't have it, because this one is powering this diorite block here. Because this block is powered, it unpowers that redstone torch down there, which in turn unpowers the redstone dust on there, which means the block isn't active. So that redstone torch that you can kind of see for just a moment, that is on. So it's kind of an alternating current. You might need to invert your signal, which you can do relatively simple, which I'll actually show you. That's something I did over here. We just invert it. All you gotta do, you just take a little bit of redstone dust, put it on the block, and then it will invert the signal of the torch. So remember that problem we were having with everything kind of working at once? Yeah, if we do this, now these sides, they're both on, both of them, but then this kind of center hall down here, it is not. So it's a good way of inverting a signal, very important to know. It's a little bit of an odd concept at first. It's like, wait, redstone torches, what do you mean they can be off, huh? But yeah, it's actually pretty cool, the things you can do with them. So anyway, this is basically used to send the data downstairs. So right now, we'll just have to figure out where this is going to be powered. I think I want this block powered when it receives a signal instead of by default. So we're going to need to invert this signal right here. I also need to make sure it's kept away from this line. We can't have them interfering at all. So let's grab one of these. We're gonna do another experiment here with this, is that what I want? Yeah, that's what I want. Right? We're gonna do another experiment with that redstone lamp in just a moment, but let me just make sure that the signal is... Okay, so it is down, so it should be on. That's what we want here. This torch should be on. Yes, it is. Okay, great. Now, let's just verify it. If we go up there, and if I turn it off, that torch, when I come back, it should be off. Should be. Yeah, why don't I just use these stairs? Yeah, why don't I just use these stairs? Jeez. Yes, it's off. Okay, so cool. That means that this whole circuit is working. It is going from up there to over here. Looks a little weird, but just trust me, it's fine. That's also why having the blocks really helps. You know, figure out, oh, what's this for? Oh, that's something different. Great. Okay, so now we got to do the monostable circuit, because as nice as it is using a lever, I want it controlled by a button. And it turns out it's actually really simple to have a monostable circuit if you know what you're doing and if you know what the heck it is. So we're going to need a comparator. We're going to need 3 droppers and a hopper. And that's basically it, pretty much. So we need this signal. Wait, actually, well, it's fine. Eventually it's going to be a pulse. Let's actually just do a little test over here, though, just so we can kind of, you know, figure out what the heck this is. And then I'll implement it. So, the monostable circuit, I saw this Mumbo Jumbo. He has an amazing video on monostable circuits, because there's a bunch of different ones you can do. Basically, we need to have a a dropper pointed upwards, and then it needs to go sideways, like so. And this is going to be a little fun. I think I need to have it go downwards now. So we can do it like that. Hold shift. Remember, the dropper is usually pointing in the direction that you are looking. And lastly, we need a hopper going into the dropper. So it's like this whole cycle here, right? Kind of weird, right? Yeah. So basically, let's say we have a button, okay? I don't remember if this is where I place it or not, but let's just see what happens. So we also need a lamp. That is, actually, I think... Let me double check something really fast. Okay, I think I got it figured out. This one here, this dropper that is not on top of the hopper, the top level one that's not on the hopper, that needs to actually be the one that receives the redstone signal. So with this button, we're gonna have it like that, okay? Then the hopper, or the dropper beneath it, that's going to be what actually outputs it. So on either side, we can put a comparator, and that is going to determine whether or not it was pressed. So let's go ahead and put a repeater there just to make sure we get full signal strength, and then the lamp. So if we do this, it turns off the lamp. Do it again, turns it on. Do it, turns it off. And not even when the button depresses either, that's the thing. We can just wait, and it's not gonna turn off because of how it cycles the item. It's actually receiving power to both this one and this one. And I'm not even entirely sure myself how it works. I just saw it on that video. It's like, oh, okay. It's probably like looping it around and then it loses the power there. So if you want to make a button have a, you know, a long-lasting effect, this is probably the most compact way to do it. Not the cheapest, but it's not that expensive. So I'm gonna put one of these. We don't need the lamp. That's just to show you, you know, how it working. I'm going to put the button on the white line over here. And when I press it up top, that should have that same kind of concept here. So it'll actually take the output line, which I will use this polished granite to run over, let's see, where am I gonna put it? I think over here where this lever is. We have to make sure it doesn't connect to this block though. But that will be how it'll be done. It'll pass the signal along to every other block on this line, and then it'll just stay active until we place it again. Then what I can do, I can take another button, like for instance, if we had this go over here, and if let's say I had, oh, I don't know, another button. Let's say this is the one in the basement. Even though these are two separate buttons, it'll still give you the same effect. So I can just either enable it or disable it with either button. So we'll have another white line going down through here, and there'll be a button that we can press to have the stairs activate down here as well, which I think will be rather important. So I'm gonna get this set up over there, and I'll see you guys when I'm done with that. So it's set up over here. Hopefully this gets the job done. I have it going over, this will be the output over here, and it'll carry it all along to this. I have two repeaters set up. This one, of course, to amplify the signal, because that'll reset it to 6 or 15. And then just over here, just to make sure it has enough power to go all the way down there to these repeaters and such. So again, these are inverted. These are inverted. This should be powered by the monostable circuit going from this white line here. And all the dirt and grass blocks, they can easily be removed. That's one thing that I've noticed to be extremely helpful. Anything in granite or diorite, that's important. Anything in dirt, totally not important. So try to make sure if you're working on a circuit like this, you follow directions like that. Now, obviously, if I had like wool or concrete or something like that, that'd be a lot better. I don't though, but this is fine. Unless you're getting really complicated, shouldn't really matter. So the moment of truth, guys, this is the moment of truth. I'm gonna place this button here, and then it should, and I actually have it up one. I originally had it down here, but I like it up here. Let's see if it works. It did not work. Okay. So it's not sending anything down there. But the torch tower thingy is working. All right, well, let me take a look at debugging this. A good way to do that. Wait, you know what? I heard the dropper. So I think it's actually something in the circuit down there. Okay, that's actually easier to test because we can just take a button over here. So let's see. If I were to place that there, is this gonna do the thing? No, it isn't. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely... Oh, I don't have an item in here. That's what it is. Okay, now it should work. Yeah, I knew I was forgetting something. All right, yeah, you need to have an item. Just a single item, doesn't matter what it is. We just need to have an item in there in order for it to work. Wow, I feel silly. Hey, look at that. Look at that. That's really cool. So then I can press it again. And yeah, we still have to get this one figured out. But that's fine. Oh, yeah. And see, it just stays like that. That is nice. All right, so let's play around with getting this one figured out. That shouldn't be that tough, right? This one is not powered. This one doesn't have a block for it. I have two of these handy. I wonder if I can just get it to work. Like, timing-wise, it might just work naturally anyway, because they are at a little bit different. A little bit different. Oh, actually, I just need to add the repeater there. They're a little bit different timing cycles. Also, another really cool thing to do is setting these to different amounts. I did that in the test. I didn't do it at first, and it's like, you know what? This actually is a really cool idea. So that'll make them kind of disappear. Oh, actually, we want like this. Then add that there. Okay, now it might be a little messed up until we get it going, because I don't think it was supposed to be like this on. Is it? Yeah, this is fine. Okay, so let's test it out. Let's see if I need to adjust the timing. Like, I could just throw in a repeater and add a little bit of a delay or something, or maybe it'll just work. Okay, that didn't work. See, the problem right now is the two pistons are fighting each other. They're, like, trying to grab the stairs and do something. So I think we need to add a delay to the stairs, actually. And I don't know how I'm going to do that. Because, yeah, this one. Oh, actually, what if we just did that? And then if I had some repeaters here that were similar, put those to 4 ticks, that should allow this enough time to pull back the one thing, right? Can I... You know what? I have a button on the side here, don't I? Or did I... Oh, I still have it. Okay. Should be able to just do that. Just temporarily. Okay. So I need to put this stuff right back. Shoot. Okay, I do have it. Cool. All right, now the question is, will it work? Let's go back upstairs to test and find out. And the good news is we're basically done. Oh yeah, that random button there. Like, what was that for again? But it's on dirt, so it doesn't matter. All right. So let's see. Not quite. Actually, that one is not working at all. I think it's the stairs. All right, so did a little bit more work over here because I was thinking about it. You know what? I want to have one more layer down here. This is going to be the floor layer right here, but I want this block to actually elevate as well. So I needed to get a little creative here because I'm going to have the button probably along the side, and I still don't exactly know what I'm going to do here. But I have a new wire going over here. So both of these buttons work exactly the same right now. So now we get to kind of see how it is down here. So if we press that, first of all these are on different timings now, so it looks kind of cool, cascading and such. So this one goes up. So I went with that torch tower kind of thing. You have to build it a certain way if you're going downwards. It's a lot easier to send a redstone signal upwards, but this works out relatively fine. So we go down here and we, I believe, invert the signal. I basically want to make sure it's the same signal here. And yeah, it powers this block. Actually, hold on. This should be out of this stuff. If I'm following my own advice. There we go. Now I can see where it goes. Okay. So yeah, this is functional. But I need to actually tidy it up right now, and I need to move this button somewhere else. But it is functional, which is great. Like, I can go up here, and I can press this button, and there we go. Oh, this is odd. Why isn't this one working? I think I actually need to move all this back one more. Oh man, I redid how I did it. One of these, yeah, you know what? I think what I can do, I think I just need to lower all of this by one, actually. I think that's how I did it. I kind of went back to the original design where these are just solid stairs. Rather than fighting with this piston here, this isn't hooked up to a piston at all. It's just like there, because honestly, it's fine. We don't need it to extend upwards. It's fine enough jumping up here. So yeah, I think what I'll do, I'll have to lower all this stuff by one, but that's not really that difficult to do. I mean, all I do is just move this down by one. I mean, it's pretty easy, but it'll be a little time consuming. Then I need to mask all this, because obviously if you're walking down the stairs and you see all this, that's pretty ugly. But I think, in fact, let's actually test this out. I made some dark oak planks, because that's what I kind of want to use here. Theoretically, in fact, this is actually why I used the repeaters here. When I was using just redstone, it wasn't able to transmit the signal fine. Like when I was bringing it down here, I had this just going in there. But if I do it like this, it doesn't actually block this corner here, like this edge. So the redstone can still pass. A workaround is to use stairs. That works okay. It's just a little tricky to set up. But yeah, this should cause no problems. We'll have a nice masked area, and I'll actually have all of this section here completely walled off. Like, we won't be able to see this at all. It's just going to be this area down here. But I wanted to make sure I had plenty of room to get this whole circuitry going, and I do like it. Like, this is pretty snazzy. It's really cool. All right, anyway, I'm going to lower this one more, and I'll see you when I'm done. All right, so I just took a look at how long this episode has gotten, and yeah, it's gotten a little long, but that's fine. We'll wrap it up. I'll worry about actually decorating the basement later. But as you see here, now we don't have any view of any of that kind of wiring in the background, and it should just work. Now, there's a little bit of extra secret sauce here. First of all, I did end up lowering everything by one level, but in order to get this button to work, which, by the way, it does, which is awesome, you might be wondering, wait, how? How's that doing it? Well, let's take a look over here. First of all, back here, I did lower all this stuff. Second of all, down here, this white line here, the diorite line, which, by the way, just in case I was confusing you, it doesn't matter what color it is, and the blocks can still, like, this isn't only powering white. It's really more of a visual aid. Like, you can use whatever color blocks. Like, if you have wool, great, use that. If you have, you know, no wool, well, these are pretty easy to get if you're only using, like, an input and output. So I just have white or diorite as the kind of input, and then this as the signal, like that. But you can use whatever you want. It's just for visual aid, just to make it kind of clear what wire is going where. Because otherwise, if you're just laying it out, it's like, oh, which one does this go to again? Anyway, I just thought I'd clarify that because I feel like I was a little unclear. So this down here, what makes this work? That button, that's right here. These are actually slabs, because if they weren't slabs, this would be completely chopped off. And I was trying to say something like that earlier with this, but yeah, you press it, nothing happens. But thankfully, if it is a half slab, or a slab, I guess, it's not really a half slab, because, yeah, then it's just fine. The circuit will work. It'll send the signal right through, which is no problem at all. So that's really cool. That goes over here to the monostable circuit, and everything is gravy. I just love it. Like, look, it's all sealed up there. I can just press it and ta-da. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Now, I almost wonder if down here, it would be worth having some stairs that extend separately. Like, that'd probably be fairly easy to do, right? Because right now, these are just, I think just planks, right? Yeah. Huh. Although, I guess that'd work. I really don't know. Like, there's still a lot to play around with. I guess theoretically, why do I not have these as stairs? Oh, right, because then when they sink down, it'll look a little funny. Huh. Yeah, well, it's fine. It's not a huge deal. So, as for the design of the underground, I went and I got some acacia because I'd like it to be stone and mycelium. I love that for basements. I know I was talking about that as a combination. So I think it'd be kind of cool to throw that down here. But I need to do a little bit more resource gathering, and this is running a little late anyway. But I thought of a good question of the day, and that's, what kind of cool things have you built with redstone? Like, is there anything particularly neat that you might have made? Something that you're really proud of? Or do you not really play around with redstone all that much? I mean, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it can be really fun trying to figure things out and see what you can get to work. I had a lot of fun with this project. Like, it's kind of confusing, but at the same time, it's really neat. Once you get the hang of things like this monostable circuit and repeaters and, you know, redstone torches and stuff, and like how you can send signals here, there, and everywhere, it's actually pretty fun. I like it. I want to do more with redstone. Now, I'm not, you know, a professional redstone person, but you know what? We all start somewhere, and I'd say this doesn't look terrible at all. Definitely gets the job done. I'm sure there's better ways to make it, but I like it. Now, I might also experiment with putting the button in a different place. I like how it's kind of hidden back here, though. Like, you don't really notice it. And I'll probably put shelves or something here. And, of course, we gotta decorate this basement, but that's gonna be left for another time. I hope you guys enjoyed this little adventure in redstone. If you did, be sure to press that like button. It does go a long way in showing your support for this series. And of course, be sure to follow me on Facebook and subscribe to me on YouTube if you want to see even more Minecraft content. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.